What's going on, guys? We're going to talk about how I made $700 today trading my topstep XFA account. What that is a funded account with topstep prop firm. So again, win trade percentage today wasn't, great, but I'm going to show you something that's going to kind of, like put that to the side, right? So the winning trade percentage today was 66%. Now, at first glance, when I look at that, that's a lot lower than what I normally am doing on a winning day. Normally, it's closer to 80% on a winning day. Now, again, I have red days, but when I have a winning day, it's closer to 80%. But let me show you something here. The average win today on my trades was $120, and the average loser was $8. So when I talk about cutting a trade when it's not working like immediately, that's exactly what I did today. So I only took 9 trades today. A lot of those trades were on micros, and I took 1 trade on a mini contract, but I didn't scrape that much. It was about $100, 5 points. So average winning trade here was $120. Average losing trade was $8. The best trade was $194. Okay. The worst trade was $16. So when we talk about risk management, this is risk management, even for me, executed at a very, very high level. Now, when I'm in a funded account, the last thing that I'm trying to do is hit home runs. And what I've done as of lately, and I'm going to touch on this in a separate video, is set up these daily max losses where I'm going to get auto liquidated and blocked out of the account when I hit a specific number in drawdown, which I can let you guys know is $500, or when I start to go over $500, it's going to start to lock me out as well. Now today, I didn't have it on this XFA account because at the time I was trading micro, so I wasn't going to get one particular trade get away from me that much to where it was going to hurt me. But that overall mental was going to be $500 loss anyways. So again, 500 to the win side, 500 to the losing side. And again, we're just going to operate at that. So, one day's worth of work, is it something to, write home about and say that we can do every day? Of course not, right? The market is going to be and do what the market wants to do. But let's get into some of the trade setups that I took today. So immediately today, just like I believe it was yesterday or the day before, where we open up and it's extremely choppy. One thing that I'm going to say here is that even for myself right now, I'm thinking, let's just sit out of the market for the first 30 minutes, right? I mean, the way that the market has been going, especially this week, is we're getting a lot of chop off the open. We're getting big ranges, and then we're getting a lot of failed moves. And then you get that one directional move. So yesterday we had a very good move, but the day before that it was extremely choppy. Today it was extremely choppy as well. But if we get into the first trade here and we look at this 710 setup, now this 710 setup also was a 30-minute opening range trade because the 30 minutes opening high was here over 19,288. So I kind of double backed on this trade because I got in on this trade initially for a quick 10 points, I think, or 15 points, trading a few, I think it was 3 or 2 micros. And then what we did from there is we double backed in again on the 20 SMA play. So when this candle closed, what I was looking for was a confirmation. This candle's high price was 19,320, and then it shoots up to 19,340. So when I was trading those 2 micros on this particular setup, I was looking for a 75 tick take profit, which is just shy of 20 points there. Now the next setup that I took after that was going to be this short. So realistically, guys, what I'm doing is I'm waiting for specific things to happen. Okay, so each and every single day you're going to have levels. You're going to have previous day high and low. You're going to have pre-market, overnight session, Asian session, London session. You're going to have previous areas of support and resistance. I get it. I'm kind of playing my setups into those levels or with those levels, so to speak. So I'm not necessarily just looking at the price action and telling myself, well, hey, we're holding this as support, so I should just hold long. And, oh, we got rejected here, kind of twice, put in this lower high. Let me just go short. I'm waiting for my setup. And my setup is 20 SMA plays. It's a 30-minute opening range break. And then I also play initial balance. And that's enough, right? Every single day, these setups are happening, and every single day, you're able to catch some points. Now, again, some days you're not going to catch it, right? You're just not going to make cash. Like there was a day this week where literally the first trade of the day that I went into, I went in way too heavy size, just a little bit overconfident, and I got stopped out immediately at my daily loss limit. It is what it is. We put that account to the side, we trade another account, and we move on. Now, this 20 SMA short at 7:55 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time, 19,270 was the low. It did confirm, and it went down to 19,255. So again, on this particular play here, I'm just looking for quick scalps. I'm not looking for 20 points on each and every single play. And let me explain to you guys why. And this is why I can keep my win rate percentage a little bit higher than the norm. Okay. And again, I'm not to say that I'm a better trader than other people out there, because I'm not. Like, to be honest, like I'm not that good of a trader. I'm just really good at respecting my rules. Like that's it, right? So there's a difference. Can I read price action, and do I know all these dynamic metrics going on in the market? No, I don't. But I identify really well. And then when I lose, I stop out really well. Okay. So, I don't have a real big problem with revenge trading or over trading. Again, I kind of just move it along and chalk it up for what it is. Now on this particular play here, still playing those micros, not looking for much, looking for 10 to 15 points. So as this starts to confirm and I get those 10 to 15 points, I'm just going to get out, right? Because you got to think about it. If I'm only playing a couple of micros, right? Think about it. If I'm playing a couple of micros and I'm going to get 10 points, it's only $20 per one micro. So I'm only looking at like a $40 to $50 win anyways. So I'll just lock that in and keep it going. Now, there was another play that I caught that was really nice, where I did increase my size, and I increased my size to a mini contract. And the reason why I went to a mini contract is because I was kind of looking at all the price action from the day, and I'm noticing we're just stuck in a nice big range. Okay, so there's no real threat to the downside until we lose like this day's low, this initial balance low. So when we started getting these 20 SMA plays to kind of set up here, remind you, I don't really like taking setups. And again, I'll say this until I'm blue in the face. I do not like taking setups the first 30 minutes of lunch. Okay, so that's here, that's here, that's here, that's here. And the reason why is because it gets chopped up a lot. Okay, even this setup here, this 9:40 a.m. setup, it's still inside of lunch. Okay, so I don't like taking setups inside lunch, but what I'd like to do is take that first move coming out of lunch if it's strong. And if you notice here, 9:50 in the morning, we're starting to come out of lunch and we're starting to approach the day's high, right? So if you notice, the day's high is here at 8:10. We put in that day's high. Now, once we take out this day's high, this is what I'm looking at. And this is not a 20 SMA play. It was an active play, but it wasn't an active 20 SMA play. I took this setup as soon as we broke the high of day. I let it put in a new price, which was here at 10 o'clock in the morning, coming out of lunch. And once we confirmed that break of high of day, I got in. So I'm getting in here at 10:10. Now, mind you, as soon as I'm getting in on a mini contract, I'm not looking for that much, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points. If I can get it, depending on how fast it is, right? So if I'm looking to get into this trade setup at 19,392, when it breaks, it goes to 396, which is 4 points. The next candle opens up and it goes to 404. Okay, so from a price of 392 to 404 is over 10 points, and that's an easy $200 winner there. Now, once you do that, you got to start to put the brakes on. And I took a couple more trades just on just some continuous high of day breaks, because again, but I was only trading 2 micro contracts. So when you think about it, and you're trading 2 micro contracts, you're only going to make 20 to 30 bucks on these little scalps, right? It's not going to be much. So with that being said, that's how I just kind of piece together the day. But all in all, every day is different. The majority of the setups that I'm looking for is within the first 2 hours, and I'm looking for the 20 SMA plays. I'm looking for the 30-minute opening high range break, right, which came on this candle. So the 30-minute opening range break, this is the initial balance box here. I'm looking for the 20 SMA plays, the 20 SMA plays. Again, I try to avoid lunch, but what's coming out of lunch, I tend to like to get into. And that's it, right? And depending on what happens, I take it from there, right? So again, you don't have to make things too difficult. You know, scalp a little here, scalp a little there. I'm not really a trader that's going to be able to identify, you know, I need to be in here and hold it all the way up here, or buy this because I know this is the low of day, or, you know, the second low of day. I'm not that good, right? So I'll just wait for these things to happen, these things to happen, this to happen, and I'll take my stabs. You know, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades in a day, you know, depending on how I'm feeling or whatever. But the main thing is make sure we're setting up these daily loss limits and these daily price target limits, right? Where not only is it a mental, it's a hard, right? And I trade on TraderVate for Apex, and I trade on TopStep X for my XFAs. Both of those have risk settings that you can put in there so that the platform will do it for you, right? Because I know a lot of times we have trouble manually stopping ourselves out from trading. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. By the way, guys, Apex extended that sale. What else is new? If you need some Apex accounts, that link is down in the description box below. Every time you use my link, and I think the generic code is save80, but every time you use my link, it supports this channel. It helps me keep making videos. It helps make all of this worth it. Again, Apex throws me a couple bucks for every time you buy some accounts or whatever. It's a cup of coffee. I'm not sitting here making millions of dollars off of it, but it definitely does help support the channel growth. I will see you guys all on the next video.